Since this venerable stadium was erected in the Pennsylvania Hills, it has been the home to toughness, to passion, to winning. Welcome to Happy Valley and Beaver Stadium, home to the Penn State Nittany Lions. The Wolverines will kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Nittany Lions offense will take the first swing of the game. And this guy feels like a throwback. Back in the day, the running backs were always the stars. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. We might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of all trades.
Hold and fire complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. They've got the screen set up. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will go to work for the first time today. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you've got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Oh, look out! He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Wolverines are on the move. He'll do it himself. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines!
It's what makes this offense so hard to stop. When you've got an athletic quarterback, you've got to worry about him in the running game, and there on the option, he makes the right decision, keeping it, and he caps off the opening drive of the game with a TD.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Getting some heat. He'll pull it down. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. Got a man, it's Thomas. And he's still running after the move. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Reese. Got the quick pass. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, and you gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never gonna be a cornerback. That's not gonna happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm gonna go attack and make some plays.
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Snap's gonna come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Running it to the right. Dances away from one. Just outstanding vision from the young freshman on that run.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Now on 2nd and goal. Trying to barge their way in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on 3rd down. They'll run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, I got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, the ground game. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They'll throw it on first down. Quickly complete.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that quarterback can go in the other direction.
Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to power their way ahead. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down. The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
That last chunk play is one that'll really put a drive on the move. It's 1st and 10 from the 43. On a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. It's Laporta. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra.
Oh, it's a fumble. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wolverines. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking downfield, it's Reese. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. And the Nittany Lions moving quickly to the line.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs. And that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next 3rd down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
A strike downfield. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The Nittany Lions trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. He's going to pass. They're trying to get to him. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Spits it out to the back. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball, too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
He lobs one high down the left side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Michigan. And they take it in for 6 more points. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Going deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. They're going to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass, it's Reese. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. Trying to find his man on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. He's going to run it.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like, a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, get some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to get to it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Caught near the sticks. It's Robin. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The defense going to stop the clock for the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And he's made one already, and this one ought to be caked from 21 yards out. Never a doubt. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Happy Valley. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Beaver Stadium.
The Nittany Lions will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with him.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. At the 45, on his way. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. quickly to the tight end. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Grabs it in the middle.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last one.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the tailback. Pulled down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the stomping has commenced.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Fires one high and deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They'll throw it on first down. Looking to the big tight end. On target to the left. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Handoff from the shotgun. Across the 25, he's got room. And he coughs it up again. Oh, and he not only gets the ball back, he's also got enough for the first down. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Wolverines will snap it on first and 10. To the ground with the back. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
And the Wolverines are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! And the route is on. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They marched 56 yards to the end zone. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Using his feet to buy time. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The popular catchphrase for quarterbacks is extending the play. The defense cut off the extension.
Yeah, and the defense just kept coming. You know, one guy missed, 2 guys missed. It doesn't matter. That's the sign of a really good defense. The guys that swarm to the football, and you look on tape and you're like, are they playing with 11? And they have 12 or 13 because they play so fast. Great job continuing to hunt the football.
So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Reese. He'll take the deep shot. Fires the pass, intercepted. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the beatdown has ensued. You can see it on the sideline. They've built a comfortable 4th quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem.
Michigan, 49, Penn State, 13.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
Working that left side now. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Reese. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available, scramble, give me an easy first down.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Lets it fly. Pulls it in. Defense was right there, but they couldn't stop him from making the catch, and he's got it to the 30.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations that really makes you very predictable.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they
just plowing down the field. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Leaves it with the back. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They'll go to the ground. They get him down, but not before he picks up 5 down to the 17-yard line.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! And the pummeling has started. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the 4th quarter and close in on 11 straight victories. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
56, Penn State 16. Returner runs out of bounds.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
To the air, it's Reese. They're setting up the screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. He's going to pass. Gets it out quickly.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in the kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a 1st down like they did there.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's fourth down. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Finds its way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They'll go right back to him. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen. Strip the football, do something.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Finds a crease at the 20. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
63, Penn State 16.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we had just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense...
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Line is set on third down. Well, this one had all the suspense.